Welcome back to another episode of my Ultimate Iron Man. I was just running the wrong way because my minimap was flipped around because I have been fighting Zulrah and I just died. I want to say it's my first time dying since being back to Zulrah, but it's actually technically my third because had my resurrection save me twice. I just need to. My rule is if I'm under 40, I try and eat, but I think if I'm under 50, I need to eat. I just need to be better with that. And this one was even worse because I got the kill. Thankfully, I mean, a magic seed, losing that kind of sucks. But, thankfully it wasn't, like a magic fang or something. But yeah, we're back with Zulrah. It's going all right. I just, like I said, need to get better with eating and stuff like that. As you see, I did lose some things that were at the farming guild. I don't think it was anything super important. I know we had the Master Scroll book, which we can just get back. There were totem pieces. I had some Snapdragon in there. That kind of sucks. I should have used that before I went back to Zora, but I just forgot and then, didn't want to, keep using that when I had limited space. But, it wasn't anything insane. I think maybe we had, like, some seeds in there or something. And nothing I wasn't willing to lose, as I, mentioned last time. So if I can remember how to do this here, I'll go ahead and collect from them. All right, now I have to, deal with the greatness of getting your inventory back in order after dying to Zulrah. So give me a second here. Got a Hespori seed while I was planting a Calquat, and it's been a while since I've actually gotten a kill at Hespori. Usually most of the time now my inventory is so full whenever I'm planting like one or two things I'm actually like actively hoping I don't get a seed. This is one of the rare times where my inventory was pretty convenient that I can use the same gear for Zulrah that I do for Hespori. So 46 KC, bottomless bucket? No, but I needed that Torsal seed for my farming contract, so I'll take that. Any drops from that one? It looks like there were not. I was hoping there would be because that was 500 kills at Zulrah. Anything from that? Nah. Law runes and adamant bars are nice. I just wanted to give a quick little update that I have not 100% lost the need for the Zulrah Helper plugin, but I'm 95% there. I think pretty much the only time I need to do it now is to remind myself not when Jad phase is, but specifically what is it going to be, range first Jad phase or mage first Jad phase. Which I guess like if you really wanted to, you could probably learn that, or at the very least just tank the first hit. But it's a lot nicer if you just know what it is beforehand, and you can get in the cycle much easier. And what are we at? We are at 521 kills, so almost 100 done on this grind so far. Little break from Zulrah to kill Hespori because I got another seed when I was checking some fruit trees. Let's see if we can't get the bucket here. No, I think I needed a Snapdragon seed for a farming contract though, so I will take that. Just wanted to give a quick update on a couple things. 545 KC. I just got some more Antidote Plus Pluses, which if you notice, I started with like 10. I'm at 35 now, so those have definitely been maintaining themselves. I thought I was going to have to go back to Cure Me on Lunars pretty soon, but I think I'll be able to stay on Arceus with Thralls for a good long while, which I was thinking, I think Venge would be better than Thralls if you could have that, but you need 94 magic for Venge, and I only have 93. So if I was closer, I would have considered, maybe just going to Splash for a bit, but 530k would be a lot of splashing. So it'll be fine. We'll probably come back to Zulrah at this point. I mean, with my luck, I think I'm due for 3 or 4 more Onyxes before I get both the Magic Fang and the Serp Helm, so this is not going to be the last time we see Zulrah, I don't think. But I have improved in the regard that I no longer am a little baby. I don't need the Zulrah Helper. I know Zulrah. The last thing for me to learn was just when to use, like what I said before, which the start of the Jad phase, whether it's going to be range or magic. And it's actually pretty easy to tell that. Because it's just if it's on one side, it always starts with range, and if it's on the other side, then it starts with magic, and you just learn that. So it wasn't too bad, and I feel pretty good not needing that little helper anymore. Oh, I have been trying real hard, guys, to beat my PB. It was at 115, and I tied it probably 10 kills ago, but just smashed the world record there. Just kidding. My personal world record in my own bubble. 104. Still pretty big improvements. Which is crazy to think. I'm surprised I hadn't gotten, even further with it than that, sooner than it now, because we've been almost like 100 kills in this grind. Actually more than 100 kills, haven't we? Haven't we? 128, yeah. So, there's times where like it feels really fast, and of course, always it's not as fast as you think it is. But even then, like that was with half of a range boost, so it's like I theoretically could do substantially more damage than that. You'd think the stars would align more often than not, but now I'm curious if we can do. I mean, again, it's probably theoretically possible that we could get like a sub 1 minute with my gear and stuff, but that'll be really hard, I think. I think I've got a decent hang of Zulrah now, so I figured I would do a little bit of an update and show you guys my method, and I was hoping to do it without a Zulrah teleport to show the little in-depth one, but of course I just got some as a drop, which is good. It's more convenient for me, but teleport back with my house tabs, and then I drink from my pool. If I didn't have the teleports, I would make sure I switch to standard teleport or standard spell book, but I don't need to, so then I head to Ferox Enclave. This is where I go to put stuff in the looting bag, obviously, and then whenever I do have teleports, I also come here to unnote if I have any manta rays or anything, because it is, again, closer to a bank than Mythguild is, and I forgot that I need an antidote plus. I often do. It's not the end of the world if you forget those, but it's better to have them in most cases if they're not, especially with my range pot being near the end. I don't range pot up every single time, I just don't want to take the effort to do that. So for the actual kill, I come in here, you see I forgot to turn my quick prayer off, so I've got Eagle Eye on still. Doesn't matter, we'll have prayer points. Summon the ghost right off the bat pretty much, and then we just head over here and start taking Zulrah down. Obviously, if you're familiar with Zulrah, you should, you know what this is. This isn't really going to be a Zulrah guide, I just kind of want to show you guys generally what it looks like for someone who's, I don't want to say experienced, but knows what they're doing with Zulrah. Also, I am curious, I mean, there might be some actual info on it there, but I'm curious if Zulrah is on like a daily, like you're 80% likely to see this phase first. Because I've gotten melee phase first, like the last probably like 20 of the 25 kills I've done, I would say. I've gotten it a lot, so just do this, and then it goes over to range. You don't need to pray when it's on that side. This is, again, another thing you learn. For that phase, there's a chance that it spawns up here, too, and if they do, then you do need to pray, protect from range, but right here, they don't attack you for whatever reason. So my Thrall's a little too far away. Sometimes that happens where they just won't be close enough to hit them in the middle. It's no big deal. Well, this phase kind of sucks because now normally I would, miss damage in a phase to try and resummon the Thrall, but not whenever it's a magic phase, because that's when I do the most damage with myself. So it's not worth losing my DPS from my bow to try and get a Thrall back, especially because they're about to go to a melee phase here. So, not a big deal. And then if you can, try and eat in between phase changes just to save DPS, but this is a melee phase, so I usually will eat up during these phases anyway, because it's when I do the least amount of my damage. I just barely got my any manam off there before I got ticked. I usually take a sip whenever I would be taking 10 damage. If I can remember, I forget a decent amount of time and then do it before I take 12 damage. But like I said, it is not the end of the world if you miss that. Grab the food real quick. Hoshi, stop making noise. My cat is trying to crawl into a grocery bag right now, so I'm sorry for that, but that's what happens whenever I try to do a live commentary, which, of course I'm getting an eating phase, but hey, they stopped. And then this kill is just about over, so I won't eat up if I don't have to, and I don't. Looky at that. Oh my gosh! I thought I killed it, don't die! That would have been so embarrassing. Although I do still have my free revive for the day, so it wouldn't have been, like a game ender. And then, got excited from a loot beam, but that is probably just a double Zulrah scale drop. It is a double Zulrah scale drop. So, yep, that's Zulrah, and then we just teleport back to the POH. It takes a second to load into my POH now, I think, because I've got so much stuff here, but I don't care. I like the Fashionscape for the POH more than I do about loading in a second and a half faster. But yep, that's Zulrah. That was actually a longer kill, 214. I'd say I average probably 130, somewhere in that range for kills. 130, 145, probably, something like that. So pretty good. Alright, are we going to get anything good from this? It doesn't look like it. Those are good drops overall. Maybe I'll use up these manta rays now, but that was 600 KC, and I was getting ready to call it there. Not for this like immediate grind Zulrah, that's still the next like PVM I want to do, but I have been thinking, or not thinking, but more I was curious about the anti-venom after I mentioned like the weirdness with it not actually giving me like, like for real venom immunity. And I was like, okay, well then how would I actually go about getting actual venom immunity? And then I was like, oh, well, you can upgrade the antidote plus plus into anti-venom, and you need 87 herb lore for that. And I am 220k XP away from 86, which if I was at 86, I only have like 100 antidote plus pluses. I can easy +1 boost with a Greenswound's Ale, which you can just buy at the lighthouse. So I was considering going for that. That's a decent amount of herb lore XP, and I do have some herbs planted and some seeds, in my looting bag. I'd still definitely have to grind something out, for herb lore XP, whether that be Master Farmers or, Herbivore or something. So I was thinking maybe I could try and do some diaries, and I realized I talked a bit about going back to Guardians of the Rift somewhat recently, about how I didn't want to go back until I was going to do a big grind. But if I go out and get, I think I only need like a couple more. I think I had to get to 91 if I want to do Karumja, but I can finish the Fally Diary if I don't even need the level. I think you need 88 to do it naturally. But if you get the full Guardians of the Rift outfit, I can go ahead and get the rune crafting step for that diary done right now. So that was something that could happen, and that's 50k each XP for every elite diary I get done into herb lore. So I think I might try and use the supplies I have now and see where that gets me, and then decide if I want to just grind out more of, normal herb lore training methods, or maybe go for those diaries, which would also involve doing some rune crafting. So once I finish up with these, I'll probably stick it out until I use all these manta rays, but once I'm done with that, I will let you know what I'm going to do. Or actually, I'll use all my herb lore supplies first, and then let you know what I'm going to do. Well, there will be both shame and a little bit of joy when I switch over here. I died. I guess there's no message whenever it says you were... oh no, there we go. Blessing bestowed upon you for completing the elite diary right at the end. But I got a new collection log, the Jar of Swamp. So, not the best thing in the world. I would have much preferred, literally any of the other uniques other than maybe an Onyx. Like, I'm happy it's not an Onyx. I guess it's the least I can say. But that is pretty cool. We just got the Thermi jar not too long ago, so Thermi had his time in the spotlight. I'm not sad to see him go. Like, I like getting some variety, but honestly, the Thermi is not that cool. I like the Kraken even more than Thermi. Oh, I have to actually wait. I'm not opening that. It smells funny. Yeah, you have to use the jar on here, and Can I change the color of it, or is it just red Zulrah? I guess it's just green Zulrah. That's kind of bland right there. I would like if I could change it to blue or red. But still, I like that. That's pretty cool. Cooler than Thermi for sure. I like that it actually looks like it's like a diorama, right? Rather than like just a little mini version of the boss in there. Oh, I don't know how much the recorder caught, but I got 229 points there. I think it's a record for me. And that went to mining, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Prayer, we've been getting some decent prayer experience lately, so it was bound to happen eventually. As soon as they add that deep pick to Caliphate Queen, though, I will grab that and then shoot my mining levels up quite a bit. Finally finishing up with all the little herb lore supplies I had with me. It was a good chunk, but not as much as I expected. If you remember, we started with about 220k XP left for a level, and now we have 155k XP, so right around 70k XP gained if I'm doing my math right. So that's pretty good. I was hoping to get at least to 100k, because then we can do for sure the Faldor diary, hopefully the Karumja diary too. Well, not hopefully, but like it won't take that long. We have to grind rune crafting for it. So I was looking just now, like, okay, that'll leave me with just a little over 50k XP left. So that's like couple little herb lore things here and there, and then if I can get one more achievement diary, that would be good. Problem is, I've got more than I thought done. I'm getting close. So I was looking through Desert. I can't do because I don't want to go back to KQ until they add the D pick, or just really at all right now. Kandarin, nope. Karamja, we're doing that. Koran and Kebos, like maybe I did. A lot of you guys were very nice with my my video I posted, just try and keep me motivated when I try to do Cox. You gave me some good advice, said to not try and let it keep me down, which I'm willing to try and go back to do that. I'd still rather do something else if I can. And the something else was potentially the Varrock Diary. I was looking at that. Now, if you look at it, looks like we have 3 scats that we're missing. Smithing, we only need 1 more level, which I could boost for that. I honestly might just go and do Giant's Foundry because I just enjoy it so much for 1 level. That would go by super fast. Cooking, 95. That seems like a lot. You can boost with cooking with a Chef's Delight. It's a drink that you can either make yourself or it's a 1 in 100 drop from Gourmet Implings. So hopefully it shouldn't take too long to try and get one of those from them. Lumberyard, magic, make plank we could do. And then create super combat potion is the funny one in that you need 90 herb lore to do that. I can get a botanical pie to boost up +4, but I'm only at 85. So if I can get to 86, then I could boost up +4 with that and get it. But I'm trying to do all this so that I can get 86 herb lore in the first place. So I was like, well, I could try for a +5 stew boost. I thought those days were behind me, and maybe they still are. So that's probably what I'm leaning towards right now, but we'll see. Maybe you never know what could happen. I mean, you do, but something crazy could happen. So for now, I am going to head over to Guardians of the Rift to see if we can't get to use all my pools I had to see if we can hopefully get enough pearls to finish the Remnant of the Eye set. And then the big deciding factor will be whether or not I get an Abyssal Lantern. Because if I do, I probably will just go into another big grind and just try to stick it out until I get 91. If I don't, then I might do something else. But there's a decent chance we'll get it, I think. Alright, it's been a long time since I've been here, it feels like. How many rewards did I live here? Okay, I've got 302 searches left in this guy, and I need this amount of Abyssal Pearls. I'll put it on the screen now because I forgot to look it up ahead of time. Let me real quick check what my collection log is like for Guardians of the Rift. Let's see, so we've had 523 searches, we've got the Abyssal Needle, we've gotten 3 of the outfit pieces, 1 Abyssal Lantern, and the Abyssal Red Dye. Also, I don't know why I went to go check and just go over here and trade this guy, and he can tell me how much it is right off the bat. 350 pearls, okay, so not too bad at all. Hopefully we can get those right now. So yeah, let's just see what I can get. All right, and we still have 150 pools left, so just over halfway, and we hit 350 pearls. I could have done the math wrong. I'm pretty sure I stopped at like a little over, average chance to get it. I want to say it was like 1 in 10 for pearls, and the average drop is like 15 at a time or something like that. We were getting pretty unlucky. I didn't get any for my first probably like 30 or 40 pools, but they've been coming through pretty big so far. Haven't gotten any uniques other than those. I got an Elemental Talisman. I don't think that's not a unique though. That's just like on the table. I did get some of these intricate pouches, which mostly just have runes. Ooh, or a hard clue. Oh, I can try that. All right, well, I'm gonna wait for these other ones in case they're a hard clue. But while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and buy the robe top. For some reason I'm doubting myself now that it's not the robe top I need, it's actually like the pants or something. So I'm gonna go double check in the POH before I waste my pearls. Alright, managed to get the hard casket, and I also got a dragon spear from one of the other intricate pouches, and then just death runes from the last one. I double checked, it is the robe top, so let me buy that, and there we see new collection log item. And now we have the full set, all the rest of it's in the POH. And now for our hard casket, what are we gonna get? Just some pretty decent alks. I'll take that. Could have been much worse, certainly. Risking my account just to get to the air altar, and I don't even know if I have enough inventory space, as I'm really hoping I do. I need 252 air runes here. Let's see what I get. 256, there we go. You've completed an elite task in the Faldor area. And then I actually haven't done, the very last one is to do a quest cape or skill cape emote, which I swear to God I've done like on camera before even. But that's the last thing I have to do, so I'll go grab that and see you over at Faldor Castle. Alright, I'm hoping this is considered the top of Falador Castle, because this is a pretty cool spot to do this at. But let me find Skill Cape emote. Let's go ahead and rock the Quest Cape one, because it's pretty freaking cool. And is that going to be the task? It is. We've completed all of them. And then I'll just run down there. There's not many great things for this one. I think the biggest one, well, other than the XP lamp, is the farming tree, or the tree patch never gets disease, which is great. Well, that just means more guaranteed farming experience, a little less ultra compost if I remember. You also get the extra amethyst mining spot, which I think used to be good, but you know, amethyst isn't super great with the release of the Bofa, especially because, you know, I have the Bofa now. And then the Valley Shield 4 might be like a little bit extra para than the last one, which could be good at like Volcano or something like that, like, you know, couple places maybe. But I really think the tree patch and then of course the 50k Herblore XP is going to be the big ones for us. So now we just need 100k more, and yeah, so get to go for Guardians of the Rift, and 91 rune crafting is what we're searching for, or shooting for. I guess we are kind of searching for it. Alright, I'm recording separate audio for this, which I haven't done in a long time, because OBS decided to just unselect my microphone as my default mic for sound that just wasn't picking up anything. So thank you, OBS. You're a fantastic service. We always love when we get new updates that just mess things up. It's great. I love hitting that please update button. But anyway, thankfully it was at the end of this video. I've already recorded a couple of clips for the next video, which I just checked and they all don't have any audio, so that's great. But anyway, just Guardians of the Rift. This is much in the future, so I was kind of demotivated when I was filming these clips, so maybe it's probably a good thing you didn't hear my voice, but just searching for the Abyssal Lantern. Hopefully we'll get it. I mean, I don't sound demotivated now, so you can guess whether or not, you know, I have something to be happy about. But anyway, if you made it this far, as always, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.